Welcome back to OneStopTutorials.com. Papa Baba, Ali Baba, Monsieur Baba is sitting here with the Dreamweaver open in front. How are you all doing? I hope this CSS and this HTML build your own website stuff is not stressing you out too much. In the last tutorial we went over the basics of what CSS is, and now we're just going to get a little bit more involved in it. Okay, and what I want to do here, I want to show you how in this format section here, the paragraph, the heading 1s, the heading 2s, all of those work. Okay, so I'm just going to type some text. This is some text just to be really original, and I'm going to highlight this text and I'm going to add an H1 heading 1 to it. Okay, and you'll automatically notice it goes huge. I mean, the text is monstrous. So what I want to show you actually is that if you highlight the text, this is some text with the format of the heading 1, and we go into the code view, I want to show you this. Look how much code you have. You have H1, H1 closed, this is some text. Compared to, let's say, the header, which is this one here, header tag, okay. It has a P class, a header, I mean it has lots of color. It's just this header 1 tag is so clean and it is so nice, okay. So what can we do with this? Well, we want to modify this H1 header to be our main header tag, okay. So we need to go back into our CSS view, okay, and if we go to our files and go to our website and we choose open up our CSS, here is our CSS document we made, okay. Now what we could do is we could cheat here. We already made a pre-formed header tag, this one here. Remember, we made it to be, if I just close down files and come to CSS, we made this header tag to be font size 18, font weight bold, and we made it black. So we want to switch these around. We want to have this is some text to have the same attributes as the font size here, the font weight, and the font color. Well, all we need to do is, if we delete header and just type in H1, okay, and we save this document, now when we come back into our design view in the home page, you'll automatically notice that it's taken the H1 tag to it. So if I go into the code view again, you will notice H1, this is some text, H1 close, okay. Really handy. Okay, so we've just, let me delete that, okay, so we've just now made our header, and it is in format of H1. Now what we want to do is we want to make like a paragraph text. Okay, so I'm just going to put paragraph, I probably spelled it wrong, but never mind, paragraph text. Okay, and in the paragraph text we want this to be a bit smaller than this, and we don't want it to be as bold. Okay, what do? Go back into our style sheet, the CSS style sheet, and we could just duplicate this and change the information, but I'm going to show you how to do one yourself. Okay, to do a paragraph, all you need to do is hit P. That's what paragraph is in HTML, so hit P, okay, space, then you need to hold down shift and use the open bracket. Yep, I like to close it first, close it straight away, and then I know I haven't forgotten, so do open tag and then the close tag next to it, and I'm going to add our own stuff. So in this one we want the font size, okay, in fact, yep, we want font size, and we want it to be what do we want it to be? We want it to be 12 pixels. Okay, so it brings up a menu here, 12, just hit enter and then semicolon, and then you hit enter and we're off again. So we've got our font size is 12. We want our color, so we type in color, C-O-L, and what is great here, you can see as we start typing, it offers you it here in the drop down menu. Okay, so we can just hit enter now and it will automatically fill in the rest of that information, and it brings up a color picker, and we want the color to be black, and then we need to make sure each one of these is closed with a semicolon. Okay, and then we want to add a font weight, so font, and again you'll notice it brings it up, if we go to W, it'll bring it up here, font weight, hit enter, and we want the weight to be normal. So type in N, it brings up normal here, hit enter, and then we have a semicolon. So we've just made ourselves a paragraph. So we're telling the system, we're telling the HTML coding that anything that is a paragraph, anything that we select the format to be paragraph, okay, so like this, okay, if we set this to be paragraph as well, it would change to that size we just did. I want this one to go back to heading 1, okay, so anything that is on any of the pages that is a paragraph format will be given the color of black, the font size of 12, and no weight. You can see how powerful this can be, okay? So how do we edit these? Well, now we've done these, now we've built these inside of this CSS form here, we can close that down, okay? And now anytime we want to change this information, we can just simply choose in the style sheet with the CSS, click on that, and in this style sheet CSS.css, okay, you'll notice we have our H1, which is here, and our P tag, which is here. Now all we need to do is we could double click on the H1 tag, so just double click on it, you'll get this definition box to come up, okay, and we can start playing around with some settings. So we could, the color is okay, do you know what, I don't want to make it bold, I want it normal, and I want it to be, in fact I'm going to type my own in, 20 pixels, I'm going to hit apply, watch what happens. You see, it's taken away the bold and it's made it 20 pixels, and when I'm happy with that, I could add things like underline, I could add stuff like that. If I hit apply, you'll notice there's an underline. So you've really got a lot of power with this, okay? So I'm happy with that, I'm happy with our header size, and then I'm going to come into our paragraph, double click on our paragraph, and then we're going to make, I think we should make the size just a little bit bigger. We're going to choose 14, font weight normal, text decoration none, so we don't want any of these above to be affected in this, okay, and the color black is okay. We'll hit OK, and you'll notice it's just changed that size for us. Very, very powerful. I'm sure you can see how powerful that is. So what else have we got here? Well, at the moment we got these two styles, and I want to get rid of this one style, this body and this body TDH. So I'm going to come back into the code view, okay, in the home page, code view, and we're going to do exactly like we did with that style one. I'm going to take all of this, so the bottom bracket, past the body, and up to the last body, okay, and I'm going to right click, cut, okay, I'm going to cut that out, and while I'm here I'm going to clean this up a bit. I'm going to get rid of this style to style, I'm going to delete that, and there we go, okay. So now I'm going to go back to this CSS page we made in the files. It's called CSS, and I'm just simply going to right click and paste that information inside of this CSS folder. I'm going to hit Control S, and when I come back to my home page, everything has moved over, okay. So if I just minimize this, everything that, like the background, so the body, this body means the whole of the outline, the whole color in the background, this is the body. And then we have the body TDTH, which is the color of the table, which is this table, and it's referring to these links, okay. So if we wanted to, we could come in up to color, hit space, and we could choose a white, use semicolon to close it, and when we Control S, come back, you will notice all our text now have that white look. So we've just taken all of the code, got rid of all that styles that were in there, put them all into one sheet. We are now ready to get started. We now have our header 1 built, we now have our paragraph built, we've just got to build our link colors and hover, and we're done. We are so ready. We're going to start filling this page up ASAP. Hope you're understanding all this. I'm so used to it, I flick through it very fast. I'm trying to keep slow, but if not, just rewind and watch it again. Take it easy, guys and girls. See you at the next One Stop Tutorials. Laters.